Reframing Mindset podcast. We are clear my head of the thoughts that are preventing clarity, practice my speech, among other things. Episodes range from informative knowledge to funny stories about my experiences, and in the future, maybe include interviews. So subscribe and enjoy. Episodes drop every other day.
Okay, welcome back to the Frame Mindset Podcast. My name is Concept. Looks in this episode, we talk about some stock talk. stock. Since I reached the point where I actually created a stock account finally. And what happened was that I created a stock account with the first deposit. What happened was that the plan was okay, I'm going to invest monthly. So the next month I was saying, okay, I'm going to put some a small fee, an X amount in there to just make it grow. And the thing is that this initial fees as the stocks are volatile and stuff like that. So it's like it's not something I'm looking to make bank or something like that, even though I see a profit for once, but no, it's actually an loss again. But the thing about it is that I'm seeing it grow. So what happened was that boom, I made the plan to okay, I'm gonna invest, put some money in there. And what happened was that unforeseen things happened. So boom, I was working, then belt, my belt actually gave way. So it's a new belt that I actually bought. If you listen before you listen to that, okay, I got a new belt. But that one morning I was just going to work, boom, and I was just rushing to put on my work uniform. I was like, and it was unnecessary. I was trying to be. It was one of those situations again where you talk about where you have to, always try to remain in yourself and understand your situation. It's like it was self-imposed peer pressure. Where I was actually just trying to do it quick and so boom, the belt tear. Because the belt tear, I actually had to basically replace that belt. And then because I had to replace that belt now, what happened was that I could not get to invest the next month. So that's basically where boom. Yeah, the struggle is really to actually get the first get the account open because there's a lot of stuff that need to get it open. But the next obstacle is to have the disposable income to actually invest continuously. And then what is that you don't have to actually do it. You just basically find your time. You don't rush the process. You don't. That's the thing about the making money thing. Everybody wants to get rich quick. But the thing about it is that you get rich quick. You don't understand the process. Boom, you understand the process. You go slowly going through the process to open the stock account. You know how to do it. Next thing you know is how to get the income so to get consistently put a certain amount in there. Like boom, the lowest amount is the lowest amount you can actually put in there. So you have to actually work up your way up to able to actually make that amount extra to put in there. When you put it in there, you can actually go about leave it there for at least like 3 months and then go and then just boom have enough to actually do your grocery, work a normal job, have transportation, pay your bills and all those stuff. So the stocks, yeah, it stocks nice and all these things, but it it takes time to build up. It takes time to build up. I know some unforeseen simple like boom, your belt, something random like a belt, just and that randomness is how I think how volatile stocks are. Something like that. Imagine like boom, the stock that I bought was invested. And I know I can you can see it in that from that perspective. Certain things just random things happen and you end up losing money instead of gaining money. And it's like bro, it's in the stock. So it's one of those things where when you actually invest in those stuff, you have to have a mindset of you're you're taking a loss. Just like everything you're taking a loss in the short term. When you invest this money, just act like if I invested this money and it's there, it's growing and stuff. It's like I haven't lost it all. But so more while I just think about it like it's not even there. That's how I think about it because what happens that there's a penalty if I try to draw it out too early and also so it's like it's basically like it's not there. It's not there at this moment. I basically just gave away that money away. But what happens that I open the account so it's there. So the next thing now is that boom, I gone through that process. The next thing now is actually use my work now to actually clear up certain stuff like boom I said I can slowly make my way to buy groceries now. So usually grocery shopping and stuff like that. Certain stuff you don't have to buy that recurring. You buy stuff certain stuff in bulk they last like a couple months. So boom, me doing that initially, the next month I have profit and stuff. Then slowly I can invest more. It's slow process and then boom, when I have enough, then I can start make some more. So it's like that's the thing. The first struggle is opening a stock account. The next thing is that actually have disposable income to at least be able to put in the minimum amount to actually be able to continue to pay for it. And then the recommended ideal is to be able to do that monthly. Yeah, so the struggle is real, but at least for starting this, we start a journey. I could be the person that didn't even. I was one point one of the person that even couldn't even invest in stocks because I didn't even know how to do. But now I'm the person now that is slowly becoming the stock talker. You talk about trade talks. This is a simple start. Then when eventually you will start the podcast. But yeah, this is just basically the start now. So that's basically it for this episode. Thank you for listening and look forward for the next episode. Mhm.
Well, this is the end of the episode. Thanks for watching and look forward for the next episode. To support this podcast, go to anchor.fm/cssb/support or become a sponsor for this episode. If you have a product that you want to have more exposure, DM me on the Instagram page, Reframing Mindset Podcast, or on Twitter at ReframingP. Either way would help. Thank you regardless for listening, and here's a preview for the next episode.